In overview, Yakuza Kiwami. I'm gonna call it Yakuza and not Yakuza. I don't know what the proper pronunciation is, but Yakuza is just what I've been calling it, like naturally, I guess. I just want to give a sort of history of my history of this game. Um, Kiwami and Like a Dragon were released for free on PS Plus. Don't even remember when. And I think I started Kiwami and I just couldn't get into it. And then in roughly September, I played Like a Dragon, and I thought it was good. I thought, I'll start from the start. So I played through the first chapter of Kiwami again, but I didn't do a beginning review because technically I'd already played it before. Even though I think at the time I was just skipping the cutscenes. So, I was in September and I didn't play it. I didn't play any more until now because, well, between September and December, I don't actually know what I was doing. But from January till now, it was the Lego games. Because there was. What happened was that there was a New Year's sale where a lot of the Yakuza games and a lot of the Lego games were on sale, and that's like 99% of my last Tesco paycheck went towards those. And I was just playing the Lego ones first because I knew they were shorter because I was planning on getting 100% on the Yakuza games. And according to HowLongToBeat.com, they're like 80 hours each, at least, for 100%. But then, thinking about it, I realized that I'm not going to do that because it's too complicated. It's not as simple as just, play through the story, then pick up the collectibles and do side missions like in most games. It's sort of time limited stuff, and it requires multiple playthroughs, and I'd rather not go through that. So when you cut out all that and do just the story, the game is much shorter, and the length of it was sort of daunting, which is why I put it off till now. But now that it's not 80 hours, it's like 15, I think. It's much easier, even though it's multiple games. For a game that was released in 2016, I think it looks amazing. Like, you can see everyone's pores, which is it's crazy. I don't mind reading the subtitles, but it's just I would rather have an English dub. I know that apparently the English dub of the original version of the game was crap, but you could have just redid it the same way you redid the graphics and all. And I think maybe it's because the dub was crap that they didn't do a dub for any of the games until Like a Dragon. So it's just I'm confused. I was finding it weird that apparently the dub's crap, but yet they have like Mark Hamill and shit in there. Anyway, I'm doing this after having finished chapter 6. And something I don't get about chapter 6 is that you have Date's daughter, and her friend, when you first meet them, is like, oh, she has this. I'm just gonna call him a pimp. And his name is something. He goes to this bar, and you go to this bar and you ask the bartender. The bartender's like, oh no, he goes to a different bar now, and he goes by Shota now. And when you go to that bar, like, Date's daughter is there, calling him Shota. So like, I don't get how Date's daughter. I think the daughter's name is like Saya or something like that. I'm just gonna call her Saya. Saya's friend. I don't get how she doesn't know that Shota had changed his name and went to a different bar. Unless, like, the only thing I think of is that she does know. She's just trying to delay Kiru, I think his name is, from beating up Shota. And if they do that, then I'm gonna feel really smart, but if they don't, it doesn't make much sense to me. I actually wouldn't know that. I'm not a fan of the combat. I think it's bullshit. Like, for me, I'm basically just mashing square and triangle and hoping that, I get up a really good combo. But it's something like blocking and evading. They just don't work for me. I think maybe the game is just a bit slow, and maybe that's why it's not working. But it's just it. Anytime I try to block, it doesn't. Or the guy that I'm blocking is behind me, which means that the block doesn't work. And then the sidestep, I always end up sidestepping into their attack somehow. I don't get that, but I doubt that they're gonna fix that. Like, I don't think there's gonna be a difference between the combat system in this and the first 6 games. I know that Like a Dragon uses turn-based, so that's I usually prefer real time, but since it means I don't have to deal with bullshit like this, then I welcome it. I think that's all I have to say.